In the beginning, Solomon was not known as the wisest man who ever lived. He was not famous. He was not feared. He was simply a young man standing in the shadow of one of the greatest kings Israel had ever known. And the question that opens this story is simple, yet powerful. How does a man who begins with God end up losing everything God gave him? And more importantly, could the same thing happen to us without us even realizing it? Before Solomon ever wore a crown, before gold filled his palace, before nations bowed to his wisdom, there was a fragile moment where his future could have gone in any direction. Imagine being born into greatness but still feeling small inside. Imagine knowing your father is King David, the warrior king, the man after God's own heart. How do you live up to that name? How do you carry that weight without breaking? Solomon grew up watching power, war, victory, and failure. He saw his father rise, and he saw his father fall. He witnessed David's strength, but he also witnessed David's sins. And this planted something deep inside Solomon long before he ever spoke a single word of wisdom. Have you ever learned lessons not from what someone told you, but from what you watched them go through? When the time came for David to die, the kingdom did not automatically fall into Solomon's hands. There was tension, there was fear, there were enemies both inside and outside the palace. Solomon was young, inexperienced, and surrounded by people who doubted him. Can you imagine being given responsibility that feels bigger than your strength? Have you ever felt chosen for something you weren't sure you could handle? Solomon became king not because he was the strongest, but because God allowed it. And this is where his story truly begins. One night, God appeared to Solomon in a dream. Not in anger, not in judgment, but with an open invitation. God asked him a question that very few humans have ever been asked. Ask for whatever you want me to give you. Pause and think about that. If God asked you that question today, what would you ask for? Wealth, long life, revenge on your enemies, comfort, fame. Solomon's answer changed history. He did not ask for riches. He did not ask for power. He did not ask for the death of his enemies. He asked for wisdom, a listening heart, understanding, the ability to judge God's people rightly. Why did Solomon ask for wisdom instead of wealth? Was it humility, fear, or did he already understand how dangerous power without wisdom could be? God was pleased, and because Solomon asked for wisdom, God gave him something more. Riches, honor, and greatness beyond any king before him. But here is the first question that many people miss. When God gives you more than you asked for, are you prepared to carry it? Or does blessing sometimes become the very thing that destroys us? Solomon's wisdom quickly became known everywhere. People traveled from distant lands just to hear him speak. Kings and queens sought his counsel. His words carried weight. His judgments were sharp and fair. But wisdom alone does not protect the heart. And this is where the danger